Greetings sleepers, Esper here. Another update on the playtest client this week. We got our first glimpse of the character transfers. While it was a little limited on what we could actually do, we did get our first look at it, and I will say it was impressive. Now we're getting some other notable changes as well, which we'll get into, but none more notable than the cargo container. So let's get into that and talk about some of the other changes before we get into character transfers. The cargo container is the newest item in the Plastanium research tier, and it's going to be under your vehicle tab. It's going to cost you 40 points to research this, and you can unlock it once you've spent 1,200 research points total. You can build it at an advanced vehicle fabricator, and it's going to cost you 300 Plastanium ingots, 135 silicone blocks, 135 Spice Melange, 90 advanced servox, and you mix that all up with 1,500 milliliters of water, and it's going to give you a container that's volume is to 125, meaning you can only have one of these on you at a time, and you can't have one in your inventory if it has items inside of it. Kind of like a scout ornithopter with a storage on it, you can't put it inside of your backup tool if there's cargo inside. The cargo container can be placed with the welding tool. If this container actually counts against your vehicle count or not, we'll have to wait and see, but I imagine that it does, and it's going to work just like a vehicle does. Like your carrier, when you're carrying your buggy or your sandcrawler, it's got the same mechanics. So for a deep desert run, you would build several containers. Place one of these containers down, and then place all of your other containers inside of it, as well as the supplies for your base, pick it up and head out. Then place all your containers inside of your deep desert base, and then as you fill them up, you can bring them back to Haga Basin one by one. Another notable thing is the observer building pieces that we got from our Twitch drops now show up in-game in the housing vendors in the Arakeen and Harko village and can be purchased for 2,500 Solari each. Then we have server transfers. This process was really simple and straightforward. First, you're going to go to your main menu by hitting escape, and then click on transfer world. Before I did this, I checked out my items. I had progress in my main storyline quest, as well as my side quests lined up with all the items that I needed to complete it, just to make sure that everything would persist when I started doing these transfers. Then you're going to click on your server browser to pick your new server. Now in the playtest client, we have 10 regenerating tickets to try out this process. I'm not sure what they're going to have for us in live, but I hope that they give us at least 2 to 3 tickets, or a way to obtain more, even if it's for a fee. Now one thing to note here is I went from EU test servers, and by clicking on the region or by pressing C, you can pick a new region. So I chose North America. You get your warnings for everything that you're going to have left behind, and then you type in transfer. This will use up a ticket, and you can type your name again here if you want to change it into something else, which is kind of neat. You are confirm your name that you already have, and this starts the character transfer process. And while there might be more of a queue here on the live servers, since it only took about 30 seconds to transfer here on the PTC, that just seems really fast, considering I was going from the EU to the NA. And that's pretty impressive. With all my years playing MMOs and survival games, character transfers were never allowed from East Coast to West Coast servers, let alone changing country regions. That's some pretty impressive infrastructure that got set up there, and after joining a new server, it was flawless. My data transferred, all my quests and everything were still there, and it was a really fast and simple process. While we didn't get to see this on a full test scale with the base backup tool, it's really solid and a hopeful start. This should be in the game either before Christmas break or right after the New Year before the console release. I hope to see the cargo container in the next few weeks to come, but as it's not unlocking and they're still doing some hot fixes with live, I don't expect to see this in a patch for a week or two. Till next time, sleeper, fly low and fly fast. Esper out.